Hi ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tony Holowitz from 365 ACT Tips and TonyTheTeacher.com. Thank you for being here for this tip. And this tip today, we're going to talk about something called Boolean search and how we can tie it into ACT to find a lot of great information about your contacts, whether it be finding email addresses or finding information about the contact, the individual in the ACT contact, or the company. You can use it for a variety of things. In my previous tutorial, I talked about a tool that I've been using for years called social networking by Jim Durkin at Durkin Computing. And this is to expound on that topic. Now, his tool allows me to Google a lot of information. In other words, I can set it up to Google information that is part of the ACT contact. So I can Google lots of things here. For example, I can Google my name, my company, my phone number, anything you see here or in any field you might have an ACT. This is just a simplified layout. You can in essence Google. And I use Google as the example because that's what I predominantly use, but you can use Bing or any other search engine. But the idea is this. I always describe to my clients, get intimate with your contacts, learn about them, learn about their companies, about them individually, and by Googling them, what you can learn is you can learn a lot of good information. For example, using me as an example, I'm going to click on this Google tab, and it's going to Google me and find information about me. Now, some of you might be saying, well, that's not necessarily a good thing, and I totally agree with that. I'd like to tell you a quick story. I have a client that I happened to call one day, and as I'm on his contact, I had just had it so it was set to Google his name. And I'm looking through it just as I'm waiting for him to pick up the phone and found out he was involved with reefer, R-E-E-F-E-R. And my first thought was reefer, marijuana, drugs, what's he doing? And what I then came to realize is that it wasn't reefer, marijuana, that type of thing. He was a member of the local saltwater fish enthusiast, and his name was on their website. It was the Boston Reef Society. So that's how it came up. But my first initial reaction was, what's going on here? So I sort of kidded him about that a little bit. But another client, I actually found out that one of the family members had been sentenced to jail for tax evasion. So Googling things, I'm not here to debate that, but you can find out a lot of good information. Not only that, when you look for things in the right way, I recommend search a person's email address, search them, because a lot of times what you'll find is lists. I have found tons of lists for my clients that can be marketing and prospecting lists. So it's intelligence, it's things you can do very quickly. So I always tell people, when you're about to reach out to a contact, imagine you're a telemarketer. Well, what I always tell them is, listen, as you're doing that, Google them. You might find out something. You might find out they're a member of the local Chamber of Commerce. Maybe they're a member of the local Rotary or association, or it just might be one little nugget of information that you can use to enhance what you do with them. So it's very important that you use ACT as a way to find out more information about your clients. Yes, there might be some negative stuff, but in most cases it can be positive, great stuff. You can look at a person on LinkedIn, for example. So what I'm going to focus on in some of my upcoming tutorials is how to create and work with Boolean search. Let me take that just a step further. If I click on this right here, the Edit tabs, I can literally go in and change the kind of searches that I do. I can go in and I can work on this and I can edit it and customize it so I can build some unique searches based on criteria I set up. And I can also set up Boolean search to do more complex searches. We'll explore that at another time, but I just wanted to lay the groundwork for what I'd like to do with some of these tutorials, and that's to make you better at searching for information about your clients. My name is Tony Holowitz. Thank you very much for being here. Have a great day.